This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
The world-famous 99X. You're listening to it. We are the Morning X. It's Barnes and Leslie. Still to come today, the most viral audio of the week. It's the Morning X Top 5. We count down on Fridays. We'll do that about 9:35 this morning. Right now, though, Sleaze. Brought to you by McDonald's. Support local business owners and entrepreneurs in your neighborhood by visiting a nearby McDonald's today.
Barnes, do you think Radiohead is trying to capture what's happening with Oasis right now?
I think so. I'm hearing that they're starting off small, right? Is it definitive?
They're going to do a run of 20 shows. Actually, that's kind of a lot, but in 5 cities across Europe. Nothing here yet, but I thought, man, 7-year hiatus and they're coming back? That could be huge.
And that's been, since what, like 2018? Before COVID was the last time they toured.
Oh, it has been a very long time. But I saw that and I was like, wow, maybe, just maybe.
So hold on, they're saying Europe only?
Right now, yeah.
Because I'm seeing Dallas, October 3rd, Houston, October 11th.
What?
And Fort Worth, October 31st.
Wait, are you sure about that?
Well, that's what, I mean.
These are only, right now it says they're only announcing Europe shows.
Then it goes Madrid, Spain, November 4th.
Are you looking at the right thing?
Are you looking, does it say which ones?
It says Spain, Italy, England, Denmark, Germany.
Radiohead, Dallas, October 3rd.
What?
It said, oh, sorry, that's the Laser Spectacular.
Dude, you...
That's not the... I know, I thought too.
I'm like,
no.
Hello.
That's the Radio Trip Laser Spectacular?
You...
Not, but they looped it, I'm telling you, they looped it in with these other dates in Spain.
What are you doing to me?
I got a little freaked out too, but yeah. But that's November. That's fast.
It's really fast. Okay, I don't know if you saw this or not, but you know that company, that fashion company, Shein?
No. What do they do?
Yeah, they're kind of like it's kind of like a...
Like, what do they sell?
I don't know how to describe. It's clothing.
Oh.
But it's cheaper clothing.
Oh, like Temu clothing?
Yes. They're conducting an investigation of its internal process after, are you ready for this? Using the likeness of Luigi Mangione to model clothing.
Ooh.
They've since taken that image down.
That's a weak choice.
Quote, the image in question was provided by a third-party vendor and was removed immediately upon discovery. Yeah, there's a picture of him wearing one of their shirts.
I did see that ad, but with AI, it's so easy now to do that. Someone's screwing around.
You have to be on top of that. Have to be.
At least it can't really hurt the brand if they're like the Temu fashion people.
Unbelievable. Jessica Chastain, star of Zero Dark 30, The Help, and more, getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week. Also, did you know that she's now a student at Harvard? Yes, she's enrolled in the Master's in Public Administration program at the John F. Kennedy School of Government.
Nice.
You got a little time to go to Harvard. Put the career on hold. This was big news. Ed Harris. He's like one of those solid actors. When you think Ed Harris, don't you think that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he is the latest addition to the cast of Dutton Ranch, the upcoming spinoff of Beth Dutton and Rip. Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser from Yellowstone. I think this is going to be huge. He will portray Everett McKinney, a veterinarian known for his compassion and humor. We also mentioned earlier this week on Sleaze that Annette Bening was joining the cast.
That list is getting thick of talent. That's pretty heavy.
Okay, this is, if you know, we've talked about all the spinoffs. Dutton Ranch, of course, in the Yellowstone universe, includes prequels. You remember 1883, 1923, very hard to keep up with, as well as the upcoming The Madison, featuring Michelle Pfeiffer.
Whoa, where has she been?
I know. A new prequel titled 1944 is also in development. How are we keeping all of this together?
It's a lot of big A-listers that have been kind of MIA popping back in.
Popping back in, of course, in the Yellowstone universe. You know, we talk all the time about how horror is such a huge genre, which I'm not a fan of, although I liked Sinners. Toni Collette, and I think she's an amazing actress, will star in Netflix upcoming horror series called Wayward, where she plays the headmaster of Tall Pines Academy. So I want to play you this trailer. Even the trailer's kind of creepy. She's going to play Evelyn, who runs the academy.
It's a school, a therapeutic school. And I think it might be a good fit. I've spoken to them, and they would be thrilled to have you. And good news alert, Mom's on board too.
In the hills and valleys of beautiful, verdant Vermont, there is a place where your teenager can grow and thrive at Tall Pines Academy.
Vermont, like America?
Land of the free.
My name is Evelyn Wade. I'm an author, a life coach, and the lead youth counselor here at Tall Pines Academy. We use groundbreaking therapeutic techniques, rigorous academics, and a transcendent connection with nature to solve the problem of adolescence.
That sounds nice and effed up. I'm all in.
Yeah, 2 students try to escape because it is a sinister environment. Tall Pines Academy, that's coming up pretty soon on Netflix, September 25th. You like actor Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah, I think he's funny.
The Life of Chuck, I thought, was a brilliant movie. It was based on a Stephen King short story, also the star of Loki. Anyway, he was on one of the late night shows. Kind of a funny story, talking about walking his dog in Central Park.
As all New Yorkers know, you can walk your dog in Central Park off the leash between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. So I was up, I got out of my place about 7:30, walking around Central Park, beautiful day, late August, early September, and I was making some calls to London, 5 hours ahead, and I must have lost track of time because the next thing I know, dog's having the best time. I'm walking down the west side towards Columbus Circle, and I hear this whoop, 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 whoop behind me, and I'm like, well, what's going on? I turn around, and this very distinguished New York police officer is winding down the window of his car, and he goes, "Hey, Loki, put your dog on a leash. It's after 9.
That's classic.
Samuel L. Jackson really doesn't talk a lot about the Star Wars days, because remember, he was in Star Wars. And talking about directors, he was just on Howard Stern.
I think probably the 2 most important directors in your career, Quentin Tarantino, of course, and Spike Lee, right? Do you think? No, am I wrong?
No, not necessarily. I'd go George Lucas.
Oh, yeah, right. Star Wars. People are critical of the Star Wars you were in. Does that bug you at all?
Not at all.
Yeah, but you loved being in those films.
Yes, I asked.
You wanted
to be in. You lobbied for that.
I was on a talk show.
Yeah.
And the guy asked me if there were any directors I wanted to work with. I go, yeah, George Lucas. I'd love to be in Star Wars. And didn't think anything about it. And then I went off to do Sphere. And I was in Vallejo, which is close to George's ranch. Right. And somebody said, George wants to meet you. Yeah. So I went over to talk to him, and, he was writing episode 1. He said, well, I don't know, what I could do, but, I heard you like my films. I'm like, look, man, put me in one of those white suits and let me run across screen. Nobody even needs to know. I'll be a stormtrooper. Nobody even needs to know.
You just wanted that experience.
We'll find out. And, all of a sudden, months later, they called, and I ended up being a Jedi.
And he's the coolest guy ever.
Ever.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast, American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to our bonus episode of the podcast coming soon. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.